In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 fixes you need to make to turn your LinkedIn profile into an always-on landing page. I'm Christian, the founder of HatTip. We're a B2B content agency helping over 40 startup founders and agency owners. Many of our founders are backed by A16Z, YC, Excel Ventures, and more. And when we started off, so many of them came to me with the question of, why is my LinkedIn getting ignored? Why am I not getting as much pipeline as XYZ founder? Why are they getting more likes and more reach when I'm not? And the answer doesn't come down to some secret algorithm hack or engagement groups or anything else a bunch of gurus will sell you. The answer comes down to how you position your profile and what you put on it. So, this video will cover exactly what to do to turn your LinkedIn profile into the ones that you envy. But first, let's start with why your profile is getting ignored in the first place. The first problem is that so many founders write like it's a resume when it really should be a landing page. And what I mean by that is your prospects are skimming your profile for credibility and relevance. They're not reading your career history line by line or figuring out why you might be a good fit for their company because you're not applying to work there. And so, without an immediate answer of what do you do and who do you do it for, they'll bounce. And to be clear, even founders with great businesses and awesome products will get ignored if they don't do this right. So let's hop into the 3 fixes and make sure you don't have to deal with this. Number 1 is upgrading your visuals and CTA placement. Let's be real, a blurry selfie or a group photo will pretty much kill your credibility no matter what product or service you have, so it's important to get this right. I'll hop into my profile here. You'll see I have a clear headshot with a little blue graphic behind it that matches my banner. You don't have to go that far, but you should have a clear headshot that clearly shows your face and your face only. Don't wear any hats or sunglasses, just make it you. Next, and a very common place for founders to mess up is their banner. They'll put a picture of them fishing or doing a hobby or with their family, and that's all nice, but this isn't Instagram. You're here to make money and your prospects are here to buy, so let's treat them like that. What you want to do is have 1 to 2 lines of your value prop. So for me, I run an agency that helps founders get leads from LinkedIn. And more importantly, you want to have some social proof under it. So for me, the social proof is that we write for founders backed by these VCs. Most times for you, this will be copying the brag bar from your site and putting your customers' logos in here. Worth noting is how this is right aligned. This is because when you open LinkedIn on your phone, the profile picture takes up more of the banner, meaning that if you have left aligned text, it'll largely get covered by the profile picture, and you obviously don't want that. Now that we've got your profile picture and banner set up properly, you need to incorporate the next part of a landing page, which is obviously a CTA. LinkedIn actually gives you the option to do multiple if you use it right, so let me show you how to do it. Now, you've got your headshot in place and your banner set up, but you need to show people what you do and who you do it for. So, just copy the formula on screen. Job title at company, helping ICP get result they want. So for me, that's founder at HatTip, helping startup founders generate pipeline from social. Next, and very importantly because it's often overlooked, is the use of buttons. LinkedIn gives you this option and so many people just don't use them. I don't really know why. You should link your button to whatever you really want to drive traffic to most. For me, that's sending leads to my free newsletter where I can further nurture them. But for you, that may be a demo page, a case study, a lead magnet, or whatever else. Moving down to the feature section, we have a very similar concept. We just want to load it with as much social proof as possible. Often, this means including your best performing post, a case study or testimonial, a lead magnet or free resource of some kind, or something along those lines. By the way, I put all of this profile optimization stuff into a free checklist for you. Just click the link down below if you want it so you can set this up for yourself. Fix number 2, and something a lot of founders often overlook again, is their about section. People don't really want an autobiography or anything like that. They want to know what you've done, and more importantly, what you can do for them. So let me show you how to write that. Remember, we're writing this purely to convey competence. With that, first, we call it our ICP. So I'm calling out people that make social content, want to make social content, or have tried making social content but were unsuccessful. Again, this is obviously going to be different for you, but just note what we're doing here. Then I call out their pain point and something they can definitely relate to. I know founders deal with this because they tell me they deal with this, and whatever your customers tell you they deal with is what you want to include here. So in my case, founders get busy, they don't post on social, and they don't generate pipeline. That's a problem for them that I help them fix. Then I illustrate the results of that pain point. They're not posting content, so they're not driving low-cost brand awareness. They're not generating inbound from a new lead source, and they're not becoming a thought leader in their space. So now I've painted the difference between where they are and where they can be if they were posting content, i.e. if they were doing what my agency sells, which is what I get into here. I explain exactly what we do, why we do it for them, and how we do it. What I want you to notice is how we overcome objections in the about section versus doing it on a sales call. With us, because of our service, you don't have to worry about blocking out time to write, which is a common pain point, being inconsistent, which is a common pain point, or worry about if you're making content the right way, which is a common pain point, because we solve that for them. I also did it here where we talk about maintaining their voice because, again, it's a very common pain point founders talk to me about. Again, whatever your customers tell you regarding pain points or objections, put them here. I, of course, end with my contact info and a DM me or visit the link in my profile to book a call. Pretty obvious, make sure you do it. You'll notice between the banner, the headline, the about section, and the feature section, the common theme here is social proof. You want to convey to your prospect at all touch points on your profile that you can do what you say you can do for them. So, to recap, by now, we've upgraded your visuals and CTA placements. We've rewritten your about section to be social proof laden instead of being an autobiography. And now we have to fix the most important problem of all, a lack of traffic. Truth is, just like a website, no matter how good it is, if you're not getting traffic to it, your profile is pretty much useless. Now, I've got a full 83-page guide on how to generate leads from LinkedIn, including a full writer's guide, 400 post ideas, and a ton more for you to get started. Click the link in the description to find that. What you need to know in this video is that you need to commit to 90 days worth of posting. Now, that can sound daunting, I totally get it. I strongly recommend you get that guide so you can get the post ideas, the writing tips, and all of that type of stuff. The point though is you have to get into the mind state of telling yourself you are going to post for 90 days straight without expecting any results, any increase in reach, any increase in inbound, or anything like that. And to be clear, you will get those things, but if you tell yourself you're not going to get them, it'll help you stay on track. The truth is, if you constantly wait for the right content or the perfect idea or the next fundraise announcement or the next product drop, you're never going to post and you're going to continue to watch your competitors lap you on social. I don't want that to happen for you. With that, let's quickly run through the ground rules for posting so you're not stuck. Number 1, like we talked about, you have to be ready to post for 90 days. Number 2, you're going to post ideally 5 times, but minimum 3 times per week. Number 3, you're going to try to post between 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. local time. This tends to be when you get the most reach. Number 4, you're going to spend just as much time writing the hook of your post as you are the rest of your post. I go over this in depth in that guide I keep telling you about. I promise you it's worth getting, and it's free. To answer some other common FAQs, you don't have to use hashtags. You can edit the post after you post it. I wouldn't try to post too many links within your post, but if you need to link off platform, do it. Just make sure you have media in there so that the thumbnail of the post doesn't get ruined. In addition, make sure you reply to all comments as soon as possible on your post, especially within the first 60 minutes of posting, because that'll give LinkedIn a signal as to the strength of your post. And finally, you're going to get asked to join engagement groups on social. I promise you, it is not worth doing. LinkedIn tracks this type of thing. They're going to nuke your account, and your engagement will come from the same 10 to 15 people and their networks, meaning you really aren't getting a ton of net new reach over time. With all of that, let's run through 10 quick post ideas to get you started on the right foot. Number 1 is your origin story. Every single founder should post this. Share how you started your business, what gave you the idea, what you were doing before, how the early days went, what early challenges you faced, where you are now, and how excited you are to keep going. Number 2 is a common misconception. Take a common misconception in your space or industry and debunk it. Be ready to justify it as much as you need to, and make sure you justify it with evidence as opposed to just opinion. Speaking of opinions, let's get to post 3. Share an opinion on your space or industry that you know a good chunk of people won't agree with. Don't spew a hot take just to spew a hot take. Make sure you can actually justify it. Number 4, share a hiring tip that you use to build your team. Don't make it surface level. Take a unique insight you've used to build your team and talk about it. Number 5 is a tech stack post. You'll notice that these are pretty common on LinkedIn because people tend to like them. Share every tool, SaaS, or vendor you're using to help grow your business and share why you like them / why you use them. Number 6, take a recent bit of industry news, highlight it, and add some commentary. In other words, share your take on it and what it means for your industry. Number 7, right way versus wrong way. Share the wrong way your ICP might try to get the result they want, and then share the right way to do it. Add proof points where possible as to how you've helped XYZ companies do so. Number 8, I call it the future prediction. Share a prediction about your space or industry that your peers would think you're crazy for, but you think is going to become true in the next 3 to 5 years. And for bottom of funnel, the classic case study. Share a customer transformation story highlighting where they were before, how you met, what you did for them, and the end result. Make sure to include a quote from them here if possible. And number 10, the new hire update. I didn't come up with this, but it's very much worth doing. Publicly congratulate a new hire on joining your company. Share how you met, what they were doing before, what their early contributions have looked like, and how excited you are to keep building with them. With this post, make sure to include a picture of either them or you and them. So by now, we've covered upgrading your visuals and CTA placement, rewriting your about section to include more social proof, and getting more traffic onto your profile in the first place. What I want you to really understand here is that all 3 of these fixes compound. Strong visuals without content, for example, equals no traffic. Great copy without a CTA equals no action. Posting daily but having a weak profile equals no leads captured. The point is that to build a social presence that drives pipeline, you need to do these things in unison and do them consistently. And by the way, if you want me to personally audit your LinkedIn profile, just click the link below and I'll see where I can make some changes to turn it into an always-on marketing asset. I only have time for a few, so make sure you click it now. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.